Hi, this is Mayor Wayne Smith, and welcome to Inside Irvington. Today, I'm excited about our special guest, Dr. Kevin Kirkland, who is the leader of our institution that's located in our neighboring community, Lincoln Technical Institute. Dr. Kirkland, welcome to Inside Irvington.
Thank you, Your Honor. Certainly a pleasure to be here.
So, as we look at this challenge of my residents and urban residents in general getting skills to work in this tough economy, tell me a little bit about the history of Lincoln Technical Institute and your role in it.
Okay. Well, Lincoln Technical Institute was founded in 1946. Originally, the main goal was to provide technical training to returning World War II veterans. After the training, we would assist those veterans in finding employment. Now, our current goal is not much different than that. We recruit individuals, we provide them technical training, and at the completion of training, we assist them in finding full-time employment.
Okay. So, and let's talk a little bit about how, and first, obviously your school is in a great geographical location for my residents. It's easy to get to, accessible to public transportation. So tell me what career areas do you focus on and how they impact the economy?
Okay. Well, first of all, let me also mention that we have 38 training institutes throughout the United States.
Oh, wow. Okay. Didn't realize you were that big.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, the purpose is to provide technical training and to assist with career placement. Now, my campus, which is located at Union, New Jersey, we train in 3 distinct areas: automotive, air conditioning, refrigeration, and heating, and electronic systems technician. Okay. Right? Now, as I talk about those programs, Your Honor, let me give you some general characteristics about our programs. Okay? First of all, we believe in a blended training philosophy. Now, what that means is a combination of classroom instruction and hands-on training. Hands-on is the key because, as you know, you learn by doing, not necessarily by watching or by reading. So we really focus a lot on the hands-on part of our curriculum. Next, we have focused career-specific classes. What that means is no general education classes. I mean, we don't focus on English or history or math. All of our training is geared towards that specific area you're training for. All right. Next, we're accredited by ACCSC. That's the Accrediting Commission for Career Schools and Colleges. National organization, primary focus to ensure that schools are providing a quality education. All right. Proud to say we were nominated as a 2009-2010 School of Distinction by our Accrediting Commission. So, we're very proud of that. Next area is career placement. I mean, all of our programs have career placement. Again, I'm not successful just with the training. Okay. Okay. For us, it's the training, it's graduation, and that student going to work and starting a new career. Right? Next, certification. All of our programs are geared to provide students with certification that will help them out in their specific industry. Shorter curriculum length is another characteristic of our programs. Our programs range from 11 to 13 months. Okay. Okay. And that's it. You come in, you learn your skill, you go out, you go to work. Financial aid assistance. We offer full financial aid programs for those who qualify. And flexible class schedules. Those that work during the day can come at the night, come in the evening time. Those that work in the evening can come during the day. Okay. All right? And finally, true to our original mission is that we still offer training to veterans. So veterans coming back now, we still provide training for them. Okay. Right. That being said, that's the general characteristics of all of our programs. We offer 3 distinct programs. The first is automotive. Our automotive program is a 13-month program. So in 13 months, we train you on how to become an entry-level automotive technician. Now, what's really...
Is that would be popularly known as a mechanic?
Yes, yes. We use the term technician in today's...
All right.
For today's terminology.
Because I had to tell you, I said, okay, now is that a specialized thing that they do, or is that okay? So
you know what the difference might be.
What the old heads would call a mechanic.
Right. You know what the difference might be, Your Honor, is that not to date myself, but when I was growing up and you opened up the hood of a car, you looked in there and you knew where the oil went.
Yeah,
you knew
now
where
I
the
don't.
fluids went. You knew how to replace the filter. Have you opened up a 2013?
Yeah, no, I know. I don't
You
know
know,
how to put in anything. I
yeah.
said, Come show me where this goes."
When you open it up now,
Yeah.
when I open it up, I look at it and I said, okay, I'm going
Yeah,
into the school
Yeah,
and
yeah.
have somebody
You
help
told
me
me, yeah.
because it is all computerized.
Right, yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
and I thought that was worth mentioning. Just look at in terms of the computers and how they influence our training. You have your electronic fuel injection, you have your traction control. We all know about anti-lock brakes, right? You have your navigational systems, electronic suspension systems. All of that is part of our training, all right? And that's why training is so important if you're going to become an automotive technician in today's world.
Okay.
For our automotive program, all of our instructors are master certified instructors, right? Means that they carry the top certification in that particular field. Some highlights of our program. We have a Top Gun program. All right? Our Top Gun program is an internship program, that 13-month program. The last 2 months of the program, if you have a 3.5 GPA, 95% attendance, you could qualify for our Top Gun program. All right? That allows you to go out and intern at a dealership.
Okay.
All right, for your last 2 months. Now, the value of that is obvious. It's working experience, and 99% of the time, that particular student remains at that dealership or that employer, and they continue in their career. All right. Another highlight of our program is our BMW STEP program. Now, we have a national relationship with BMW, in which, after graduating from our program, if the student is selected, all right, BMW actually puts them into their own training program, a 6-month training program with BMW instructors. Now, what's great about that program is that after the student completes, that 6 months is actually counted as 2 years towards the 5-year certification program for BMW. So it's a great advantage for our students. I should also mention that our automotive program is NATEF certified. NATEF stands for National Automotive Technician Education Foundation. It's the governing body for automotive education in the country. So it's a certification that you really need to have because it just shows that you're a credible training organization. Also in our automotive program, we have a high-performance race team. Now, this really gets a lot of the young guys are excited about this. We actually race at Englishtown Racetrack.
Okay.
We have 2 cars that we're racing now, a Pontiac Dragster and a rail dragster.
So, and the students get a chance to work on the cars as they not drive them.
The students, I'm glad you made that point. The students actually build the cars.
Oh, wow.
They maintain the cars. They do everything but race the cars.
Right.
All right? I'm sorry we can't allow we can't allow students to be racing down the track. But it's a wonderful program. Again, it's for our honor roll students.
Okay.
We kind of hold it as a carrot for those
Sure,
students
sure.
who
That's pretty
come
exciting
in,
for a person in that area.
do well in class, keep your attendance up, and you have that opportunity to come and join us, to join the race team. And that's pretty much what our automotive program consists of.
So what about graduation rates and makeup of the student population?
Okay. Now, what I'm going to say is that for those types of rates, graduation rates and retention placement rates, that let me ask everyone to go to www.lincolnedu.com.
Okay.
That is our website. When you go to that website, click on the Union School.
Okay.
All right. Click on Consumer Information, and it provides you with all of that data. Okay. That it's specifically for each program.
Okay. And the diverse student population.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Great.
Yes. I can tell you this much is that the majority of our students, all right, reside in Essex and Union County.
Oh, okay. So it's really local students who get the
Absolutely.
opportunity to take advantage of this training.
Absolutely. So we have two more
Sure.
programs. We have 2 more programs that I would like to share with you. First is our HVAC program. Our HVAC program is an 11-month training program where we teach both commercial and residential HVAC.
Okay.
All right. Now, this is a program that receives a lot of accolades, actually throughout the country. And that is, well, to my knowledge, we have the only green technology program, all right, that is mixed with an HVAC training program in the state of New Jersey. Okay. Also, you know, we talk a lot about green awareness. Green awareness is simply using more efficient equipment to save the Earth's resources.
Sure.
Okay? We are certified. We are the only school, to my knowledge, because it could change, you know, but to my knowledge, we are the only school in the state of New Jersey, all right, that is certified by HVAC Excellence. Now, HVAC Excellence is a national organization that ensures that, you know, HVAC training is provided, you know,
Top standards.
per
and so-
standard.
yeah.
Exactly. Now, for our HVAC program, there are a number of certifications that you can obtain. One is Green Awareness Certification, Home Energy Auditor Certification, EPA Certification, Environmental Protection Agency.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Now, you know, I also would like to state that, you know, for our HVAC program and union under HVAC Excellence, we have 8 certified CMHE educators, instructors, all right? CMHE stands for Certified Master HVAC Educator. And with that 8, we have the most certified in the country under one roof.
So you have top quality instructors in all
Top
these
quality
areas.
instructors, you know. And again, we talked about certification before. That's why we believe certification is so important. So we not only teach it, we practice it. Okay? Then let me tell you about our last program, which is our EST program. All right. Our EST program consists of basic construction, power tools, sheetrock and blueprint reading, electrical wiring, commercial and residential security and fire alarms, computer cabling and networking,
Okay.
home theater, telecommunications
All the
and fiber optics,
All the growing areas, right?
satellite and cable TV,
All right.
hospital intercom, nurse call systems, green and solar technology. Now, our EST program is endorsed by NCCER, which is the Center for Construction Education and Research. Okay, again, another national organization, all right, approving our programs. All right. Also, I can say this about our EST program. Again, another distinction for our campus, you know, or for Lincoln Tech, is that we're the only school in New Jersey that has had its students admitted as members of the New Jersey Electronic Security Association.
Great.
Okay. And again, if you just think about it, you know, having students part of that security association, you know, does a couple of things. It enforces the credibility of our programs, and it also provides those students great opportunities because they're members of a council where, you know, the employers are
A part of that
a part
makeup,
of that,
and
you know, so
you
just
know they
provides
meet their
opportunity.
standards. Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
So now you talked a little bit about the automotive technician program and the collaborations with BMW. What kind of employers come and recruit your students from the HVAC side of your curriculum?
Oh, from just about any industry you can think of.
Okay.
You know, primarily, you know, you have your HVAC companies, you know, your air conditioning companies, your air conditioning and heating companies. You know, we've also had national employers. You know, when you think about you know, operations in large plants, you know, operations here at City Hall, you know, you generally have mechanics, technicians who are responsible for making sure that we stay cool, all right, and making sure that we have heat in the wintertime, okay? Also, I want to say for EST, for HVAC, and for automotive, all right, that all of our employers, many of our employers have been with us for many, many years. Again, we've been doing this for 67 years.
Okay.
Okay, And what happens is that you establish relationships with these employers. They trust our ability to provide them with technically proven individuals, and therefore it just makes our job a lot easier, because as we have people who are ready to graduate, we then allow them to interview with the employer, and in most cases, in many cases, they're hired.
Yeah. I see in the EST portion of it is really a lot of growth areas. You talk about home security, cable television,
Absolutely.
computer technology. Those are all, in my mind, many growth areas. So there should be plenty of employment opportunities. I know just in this little studio, we actually deal with two cable operators. One is Verizon Fios, the other one is Comcast. So I'm sure they probably recruit some of your students
Absolutely.
as well. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So let's talk about folks who are, and you mentioned financial aid.
Right.
So if folks are interested in going to one of the programs, which can run from 11th month to 13 months, what would they be paying in tuition about?
Okay. Well, our tuition ranges from approximately $18,000 up to $26,000. And again, I encourage those to go to the website, at lincolnedu.com, and to get the specifics for the program that they would be interested. But that's generally what the range of our tuition is.
And so between a combination of financial aid and maybe some loans or whatever, they put together a package and they get help with doing that.
Absolutely.
To pay for school.
Absolutely.
And I understand you have a significant push to make sure that your students graduate, because there have been some discussion about many of the proprietary schools not graduating students, and I know you've assured me that that's not the track record of Lincoln Tech.
Absolutely. And again, on the website, you will see the information that will certainly bear that out. But let me say this to you, and this is very important. All right. When a student comes to my school and they enroll in the school and they do not graduate, I'm not happy. When a student comes to the school, they enroll in the school, and they graduate, and they do not go to work,
You're not happy.
I am not happy. When a student comes to the school, they graduate, and they go to work, that to us is a successful student.
Right, absolutely.
All right, and to me, it's about outcomes, and again, I encourage everyone to go to the website. But just to give you some general information, if I can remember off the top of my head, that looking at the terms of our programs in terms of retention, we have a 90% retention rate, over 90% actually, in all of our programs when you look at student attendance, at 150% of the program. All right, because legally that's how long we can offer that student to complete the program, and our retention rate is over 90%. You can see specifically on the website. Placement, again, outcome related, ranges from 69% all the way up through 89%. Again, I'm very proud of the fact that we can place 7 to 9 out of 10 people. I think that's a phenomenal job, and and I think that's one of the reasons why we've been in existence so long. We have such a great reputation.
Well, I know I'll be coming to visit on July the 11th with one of my staff members who does in employment counseling, Sharon Brown. And Sharon works at our agency that deals with lifting people up who may be challenged either academically or educationally or whatever. So she has actually spoken very highly of Lincoln Tech, because she's made some referrals in the past. So she'll be coming to visit with me as we take a look at the school, and we look forward to collaborating you. And we also, the community should know that we are pleased to be working with you throughout the summer as we do a number of our summer outreach initiatives. Lincoln Tech will be a part of that. So parents and people who are looking for training, because a lot of times, particularly that person post-high school who hasn't found their way yet, but is looking for a training program or a place where they can acquire some skills, you'll be able to come out and meet representatives from Lincoln Tech, or at least get information about Lincoln Tech and how you can possibly get trained and get yourself in the employment working. So we appreciate your outreach to the Irvington community, and we want to make sure that people take advantage of getting the appropriate training so they can enter the workforce and contribute to the economy.
You know, let me share this with you, Your Honor. Our CEO, Sean McAlmont, has tasked us with becoming part of the community. And over the past year, I've been doing just that. And what Mr. McAlmont realized, and what I now realize, is that, you know, it's not all about business, but it's all about becoming a part of the solution as opposed to part of the problem. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're excited about, you know, our partnership that we are developing with the Township of Irvington. We have a great track record, all right? But we don't want to just be a neighbor. We want to be good neighbors.
Sure, absolutely.
And that's why we're getting involved now in the community activities. That's why we want to be part. We want to be part of the Irvington neighborhood fabric. You know, no, we've had some success already with. With an organization, I believe you might be familiar with it. I believe it's Independence.
Oh, sure, absolutely.
Family Services,
Yes, absolutely.
Where we've generated a working relationship with them.
Absolutely.
Really excited about that in terms of helping high school individuals. And you know, it's another point that I think your Irvington residents, you know, and I have to make sure that I get this in, because it kind of distinguishes some differences in terms of, you know, our history, what we've learned, and why we're so successful. We have implemented over the past couple of years, well, you know, our EST program, which is called Early Student Engagement Program, all right, is now, I believe we're going into our third year with that program. Now, that's a program that takes, you have to understand, the average age of our student is probably about 26, 27 years old. Okay? So that means that student has been out of school for a number of years. So, you know, to help that student transition into school, we put together this early student engagement program. All right? And let me just give you some details about it. It's all about the development of soft skills. Now, soft skills is a big word, and it's really important even when you're talking about placement. But talking about just transitioning into school, we talk about study habits, financial planning, work ethics, communication skills, time management, resume writing, all about the student engagement. And again, the purpose is to enhance the experience of the student, to strengthen the student. And let me say this to you. I can do the greatest job in the world training a student, but if that student doesn't know how to keep a job,
sure,
we will fail.
Yeah, they call it in many of the employment training scenarios, work readiness.
Right.
How to communicate, how to be on time, how to take initiative, how to impress your boss, how to get past the interview.
Exactly.
So
those
things are critically important. They're really hard skills, but we call them soft skills because they're not part of the core training, but they're important skills.
And what we've realized at Lincoln Tech is that we can't be successful if we don't focus on those also.
Absolutely. No,
you know,
that's critical.
Giving them the technology, you know, we can teach them we actually have to do both now. We actually have to teach them to get a job, then we have to teach them to keep a job.
Keep a job, no, absolutely.
Now, the second program I want to share with you, and this is brand new, hot off the presses, I have to mention it.
Breaking news.
Breaking news, because I know that our Vice President, Susan English, would have a fit if I don't mention this.
Okay, all right.
And it's called our Career Edge Program.
Okay.
I think it's a fabulous program. And what happens, and what it consists of, is that a student will receive a portfolio. And this portfolios are work materials, an MP3 player, and access to 10 training modules. Now, here's the key, the 10 training modules. 1, getting to know yourself. 2, managing change in attitude. Again, we know how important that is.
Sure.
3, goal setting. 4, effective communication and networking. 5, best job search strategies. That is so important, not only for that person, for our student to get the initial job, but learn those strategies, because this is a starting point. This is the start of a career. And it's important that you have those, you understand how to search for a job, and I think that's going to be very key.
Yeah, and I think, it's a very important skill because most people, my parents' generation, many of them got on a job and they stayed there 20, 30 years. That's
right.
not the
That's right.
economy we have now. So a person will probably change at least 4 or 5 times in their careers, and they have to be able to shift. So some of it might be downsizing, people moving into another geographical location. So whatever the circumstances, shift in the economy, shift in skills. So you'll have to be able to be adaptable.
Absolutely.
I mean, we say adapt or die, right?
Right. Absolutely. Next.
And that's a good. I mean, that's excellent that you put that in the student's mind because they have to take their skill set that they learn and how to apply it to a whole host of. You might be in one area, home security, and might have to move over to cable.
Right.
And how do you get into those companies and folks?
Right.
And the
Right.
approaches may be a little different. Or
And
whatever
I
the case may
think
be.
what's innovative about this is putting it on an MP3 player.
Okay.
Something that
Well,
they
they
recognize.
will sure.
And because they always have something in their ear, So I think that would help. Yeah. 6, branding, cover letter, and job application. Let me say this to you, not cover letter and thank you letter. I have to tell you for one of the areas, and maybe we can talk about this later on, but I interview a lot of individuals, and recently I've been looking for instructors, and I would say to you that I've probably interviewed 35 to 40 instructors over the last month or so. In all of that number, I would say that only 2 have sent me a thank you letter. Now, when I was growing up, all right, that was the first thing you did. You either called and said thank you, appreciated your time, or back then we didn't have email.
Snail mail letter, right?
You typed up that letter.
Yeah.
But I think it's important that that we instill in our students that the importance of communicating effectively. Cover letters, thank you letters, and
For all things being equal, if the qualifications are, you say, oh wow, this person thought enough. He's really serious. That might be the distinguishing difference between getting the job or not.
And I don't know about you, but there have been many times in my career that the person that I hired was the person that sent me the thank you.
Yeah, sure.
Because first of all, it keeps their name in front of you.
Absolutely.
And then you say, well, you know what, you cared enough to say thank you.
Sure, the qualifications were equal. You say, well, this person did the extra step.
Absolutely.
He'll probably treat his clients like that, or whatever the case may be.
Absolutely. Okay. And then how to prepare for an interview, the interview process, answering difficult questions, and just to spend a little bit of time on that. The one question. It's my favorite question. Usually the first question I ask in an interview is, tell me something about yourself. Your Honor, you just wouldn't believe what you hear when you say,
I need a job. That's what they first come out of there. I need a job, right?
And that may not seem like a difficult question.
It's a tough one.
But we really don't want to know, whether you're married or not married, divorced. We really don't want to know how many children you have or may not have. What we really want to know is your skill set and your educational background, your training background. But
So we certainly look forward to our partnership with Lincoln Tech. You've demonstrated with the certifications and the appropriate accreditations that this is certainly a worthwhile partnership for the residents of the Township of Irvington. So we certainly look forward to working with you.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And just let me say, for those who are interested in coming out and visiting us, that we're located at 2299 Vauxhall Road in Union, New Jersey. And we can be reached at 908-964-7800. That's 908-964-7800. And as I also mentioned numerous times, that you can just go on to our website at lincolnedu.com and click on the Union School, and you'll be able to register for, ask for information and register for an appointment.
All right. Well, Dr. Kirkley, thank you very much.
Thank
Look
you so
forward
much,
to
Your
working
Honor.
with you. This has been Inside Irvington. I'm Mayor Wayne Smith.